Hey guys, so let's go back over those examples we did in class today. That was the solving for the variable on a line segment and then finding the missing pieces. And then also the same thing with the angle that's being bisected. So let's take a look at the first problem. The first problem looked just like this. So we had a line, and it was showing that there was two equal line segments. AB and BC are equal. Then they gave us this information. They said this section from A to B is 4 parentheses x minus 1. That's 4 times some number minus 1. And this says that same number from here, adding to 8, will make these two pieces equal. Okay, so they want us to do a few things. Number 1, solve for x. Then also they want us to find this line segment, that line segment, and then the bigger line segment. All right, so let's do some work to see if we can figure that out. So since we know that this line segment and that line segment are the same, okay, we know that line AB is equal to line B, or line segment AB is the same as line segment B. So that means that this algebraic expression is equal to that algebraic expression. That should be a minus sign. Let's not forget that. Okay, so I'm going to distribute this 4 to both the x and then the minus 1 there. Okay, so we notice that the 4 times x is 4x, and 4 times the 1 is 4, but there's a minus sign there. This stays the same. Now, using my algebra skills, I'm going to put my x's on one side and my numbers on the other side, and I should, let's see what happens. Let's see what we get. Okay, so when I subtract the x to both sides, I get 4x minus x, which is 3x. I'm going to add the 4 also to both sides, and that's going to go away, and this is going to become a 12. Now to solve for x, I got to divide both sides by 3. I get a value of x equals 4. Okay. All right, and now I'm going to take that 4. I'm going to plug it into AB. AB, once again, was a 4, parentheses x minus 1. Okay, so when I plug in 4 for x for this left side, I get 4, parentheses, x minus 1, but now it's 4 minus 1. So I'm going to do the parentheses first using PEMDAS. 4 minus 1 equals 3. And now I have 4 times 3, which just simply equals 12. So that means AB equals 12. Do the same thing for BC, okay? So BC is x plus 8. But instead of saying x plus 8, we're going to say 4 plus 8 since we know x equals 4. And what you should notice is these two numbers should be the same, right? This here said the markings are the same. And this here says that they are the same. So it better be the same, but that's nice to kind of confirm that the math works out. Lastly, AC. Well, AC is just AB plus BC, right? This side plus this side equals higher piece. That's what the AC says. So obviously 12 plus 12, that equals 24. Okay, so I got 12 for this side and 12 for that side, so the entire thing equals 24. Okay, that is our first example about a midpoint and solving for a midpoint. Okay, not solving for a midpoint, I apologize. This is for just solving for x given a line made up of two equal line segments, okay, and trying to break it down and do the work from there. Okay, so you solve for x, plugged it back in to get this line segment, plugged it back in to get that line segment. We confirmed that they're the same, and we added those two numbers together to get the full line, which was cool. So now let's go on to our example number 2, which was kind of similar, but now it's with an angle and with angles that are the same. Okay, so what happens if we take a big angle and cut it right in half so that you have two equal smaller angles? Okay, so we have this right here, this angle right here, angle ABD, and it's cut in half by BC. So it says line segment BC bisects angle ABD. Okay, so by bisecting it means it cuts it perfectly in half. Okay, this is a small angle, that's a small angle, but they're actually the same exact angles. Maybe 10 and 10, 20 and 20, 30 and 30, 41 and 41. They're the same, whatever they are. We don't know the angle yet. It's not necessarily drawn to scale. You just can't take like a protractor out and measure it. Just saying you have some angle ABD. There's a line that cuts it right down the middle. Okay. Here's a little bit more information. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Solve. We're going to have two expressions. Okay, we're going to have this top angle is going to be 3x plus 6. Okay, so 3x plus 6, and this is a degree measurement. And then this right here is 6x, and it's a degree measurement. Okay, so we know that this angle is going to equal to that angle. But once again, we're trying to solve for a few things. We got to first solve for x. We're then going to solve for angle ABC. And then also solve for CBD, which should be the same, right? And then they're going to want us to find the overall angle too. So it's very similar to the line segment. We're going to set them equal to each other. Okay. We're going to solve for x. And then we're going to take that x, plug it back into both equations to verify that they equal the same number. Add those numbers together, and that's going to be the bigger angle. Let's try it. Okay, so first things first, we are going to take the first angle and set it equal to the second angle. So angle ABC is equal to angle CBD. And now we're going to replace that with the actual equations. I'm going to solve this by moving stuff around. And there's no numbers on this side, so I'm just going to move this letter to the right side. So when I do that, I get rid of this 3x. It goes to this side. So now I'm going to divide the 3 to both sides. And in your head, you might already have the answer. I got x equals to 2. Okay, by setting the left side equal to the right side, okay, or this side to equal to that side, solving it, okay, subtract 3. If I subtract 3x from 6x, I get 3x. Divide by 3 to both sides, I get 6 divided by 3, which simply equals 2. Now I'm going to plug that 2 into both 3x plus 6 and 6x. See what we get. So instead of saying 3x plus 6, I'm going to say 3 times 2 plus 6 using order of operations. 3 times 2 equals 6, and then 6 plus 6 equals 12. Now I'm going to make the assumption that the CBD is also going to be 12, and let's take a look. That says 6 times x. But instead of saying x, we're going to say x equals 2. And what do you know? It's also 12. Okay. So then the big angle, ABD, is just simply this angle plus that angle. 12 plus 12. We get 24. I'm going to go back and make a small change. You have a measure of an angle. Okay, it's always very important about how to write that. Okay, and it's 12, but what is it? It's actually 12 degrees. You see that little, like, it's like a little bubble, like a little circle, like a little small circle in the top right of the corner of the number. Okay, so they're little circles. It's using a big Sharpie, so it's kind of like more of a dot. But those are little angle symbols. So the angle ABC is 12 degrees. Angle CBD is 12 degrees, and angle ABD is 24 degrees. And then x is just simply just the number 2. It's not 2 degrees, it's just. All right. So there you have it. There's the 2 examples we went over today to get you ready for the classwork. I hope you find that not too bad to do. Hopefully it all makes sense. And if you were with the lesson today and you're reviewing, hopefully it's making more sense. And if you didn't make the lesson, hopefully it's clear. Okay, we'll go over this stuff again on Friday. Have a nice day, guys.